Hello everyone, it's Jamie and welcome back to my channel and welcome to month 2, week 3 of the stitching challenges in the group Fandom Stitching Central on Facebook. It is a group that changes the theme every year, so this year is Lord of the Rings themed, and then every month they also have a different theme based off of like a book or a movie that we're watching. So this month is Hobbit: An Unexpected Journey, and when you join the group you can also join a team. I am Team Orc, so my points count towards Team Orc. You don't have to join a team if you don't want to. You can just stitch as an individual just to have fun. I mean, the whole thing is just for fun. And every week they have different challenges where you stitch a certain amount for projects that fit the themes that they give you. And then they also have different stitching tiers. So the lower tier is you do 50 stitches or 30 minutes and you get 1 point for each of those. Or there is the tier which is White Wizard, which I tend to do, where you stitch 200 stitches and you get 4 points. Or you can also do 2 hours, I think, of stitching for the 4 points, but I usually just do 200 stitches because it's easier to count that way. So the challenges for this week, I wrote them down here, and I also already assigned the projects, and I'm just going to go over them real quick before I start to show you the stitching. So the first challenge is project that you feel you have to hurry. I picked the Red Ship of Lesser Commitment because I am trying to finish it this month, and I'm really trying to finish it this week, hopefully. So I'll be doing 200 stitches on that, and that will be the first thing I do. Then also for the second one is a project with a cage. I am going to do penalty stitches on Persona, which means I will do 400 stitches. If the project you're stitching on doesn't really fit the theme that they gave, you can do penalty, which you double the stitches. So instead of 200, 400. The third challenge is a project with a discovery. I am doing the Very Viking stitch along, and the reason I picked that is because it was a stitch along, so every time a new piece of the pattern was sent, it was a discovery. For the fourth one, it's a project with water. I wanted to work on Kita, and she doesn't fit because she doesn't have water, so I'm doing penalty stitches, and I will do 400 stitches hopefully on Kita. And then the fifth one is something that represents a journey or a travel project, and I picked Persona 5 because it's the only project that I have been traveling with recently if I bring a project, because it's on plastic canvas, so it's really easy to stitch on in the car. And then I'm also stitching it one color at a time, so it's really easy to just bring one color with me. So that's my travel project now, is Persona. And so to start with, I will be starting with the first challenge. I like to start with the first one and work my way down. And so that will be Red Ship, and here is where I am starting on Red Ship of Lesser Commitment. This is a chart by Ink Circles. I am stitching it on Deep Sea fabric from Crossed Wing Collection, and I am using Classic Colorworks Ribbon Red and Chili Pepper, which is the orange color up here. So I will be stitching here, trying to fill in this part on page 1, and getting closer to a finish hopefully. So I'll be back to show you my progress on this after I have finished 200 stitches. I am back. It is still Monday. It is close to 2 p.m. and I finished my 200 stitches on the Red Ship of Lesser Commitment, which was filling in this area here, and then I also worked right here. So that was 200 stitches, which means I have finished the challenge I was working on, which was a project you feel you have to hurry, because I want to get this finished, so we can check that off. And now the next project I will be working on is project with a cage, which I don't have a project with a cage, so I am doing penalty stitches and using the chart Persona 5, which I will show you where it's starting at right now. Here is where I am on Persona 5. There you go. I don't know if you can see the whole thing. You can kind of see the whole thing. So the color I'm working on right now is DMC 939, and there's like I think 900 stitches of that color that I have to do, so I will not be finishing that color, but I will be filling that color in, and I think a lot of that is filling in spaces that are in the black here. So I'm going to be filling in a lot of those spaces, and I will be back to show you the 400 penalty stitches on Persona 5. I have finished my, how many? I think it was 400 stitches on Persona, and it was mostly filling in some of the 939 that was in this area and down here. I still have like 500 stitches of 939 before I finish that color, but I will be doing that later because I want to keep working on these challenges right now. So I'm done with Persona 5. I can check that off. And the next project is a project with a discovery, which would be the Very Viking stitch along, because it was a stitch along, so each time a new piece was released, it was a discovery to you. I will pause and I will grab that chart out real quick so I can show it. Alright, so here we are before the 200 stitches, and then I will show you after. And here are the 200 stitches on the Very Viking Stitch Along by Quaternion Creations. And I didn't mention the floss, but if I can find it, I will show you. The floss I'm using is an Anchor floss on this chart. It is Anchor 72, which I love this color. And then the fabric I'm using is a 28 count Zweigart, and I think the color is just called Whisper, I think. And so those 200 stitches are now finished. We can check that off. And now we are on task number 4, which is a project with water. And I could have used the Very Viking Stitch Along for a project with water because there's like the waves under the ship, but I really wanted to work on Kita, so I'm going to do the penalty stitches on Kita because she doesn't have water in her chart, and so that means I will be doing 400 stitches on Kita. So here is Kita right now, and I will be working on the arm, and I will be back when I have the 400 stitches completed. And here is the 400 stitches done on Kita. That the 400 stitches meant that I was able to finish this part of her arm, and then I also got to start on the gold metallics, which were, you know, just as fun as you would imagine DMC metallics to be. Especially, I feel like this gold, there's other metallics in Kita. There is a, I'm trying to get it in picture. There's like a blue here, and the blue seemed like it was easier to stitch with than the gold. The gold seems like it shreds and kind of breaks easier, even when you use a short strand. I use a short strand. I also use beeswax to try and, like, you know, hold it together a little bit. And yeah, the gold still just really shreds a lot, and so it's not fun. But anyways, the 400 stitches are done on Kita, so now I'm switching to my next project. So the next project on the list is a project that represents a journey or your travel project, and I picked Persona because this is the easiest project to travel with. When I travel and bring a project, this is the one I'm going to bring because it's on 14 count plastic canvas, and I'm stitching one color at a time, and so I don't have to bring a lot of colors. I can just bring the one color that I'm stitching with, and that's it. So I'll be back to show you the 200 stitches on Persona 5, hopefully soon, hopefully tonight. It's Tuesday, it's Valentine's Day already. I'm hoping to finish these 200 stitches tonight or tomorrow morning so that this video can go up on Wednesday. Fingers crossed, we will see. But yeah, I'll be back with 200 stitches. Here are the 200 stitches on Persona 5. I was working down here, filling in this area here, and then I started working over here, and I think now there are, I don't even remember how many stitches left of 939. There's still a few hundred stitches of 939 left, which means I will need to keep working on this tomorrow, but I have finished the challenges. That's what matters. So I did my 200 stitches. I can check this one off. That means that for this week, I will get the full 20 out of 20 points. Yay! Exciting! Yay! So that is all of my challenge stitching for the weekly challenges. I do need to still do the monthly challenges, which I might do possibly in another video. The monthly challenges are a lot bigger though. Like one of the challenges is to do like 2,000 stitches in a project because, or it's 2,012 stitches because the Hobbit movie came out in 2012, I think, is what it's for. So yeah, they're bigger challenges. They will take longer, but I do need to get working on those. And then I will be back on Friday, hopefully with a regular update video, because I have been doing other stitching other than these challenges. Like, spoiler alert, I did finish the Red Ship of Lesser Commitment today, which was exciting. And if you follow me on Instagram, which my Instagram is the same as my YouTube channel name, so Crafty Gaming Jamie, I did post pictures. But yeah, so that's a finish, and then I will be stitching on other things Wednesday, Thursday, and then have an update video Friday. And I will also probably show the things that I was stitching on, like these, Persona and Kita again, because I don't think everyone's going to watch the challenge videos, so I'm going to keep my update videos. Will have everything that I worked on through the week, even if I post it in the challenge videos. It might get confusing, but I'll see how it goes. Anyways, thank you for watching, and I will be back, hopefully Friday, with an update video. Bye, everyone.